Good evening. I'm Paul McQueen, I'm the assistant principal here at East Middle School. I want to welcome you to the play tonight, the musical. Great Design is presented by the 8th grade drama and music classes under the direction of Mrs. Marta Merrill and Miss Cynthia Nelson. You'll find the writing credits in the production credits in the program. Special thanks to Mrs. Karen Hunter, who's coordinated this effort with the Ponca City chapter of the DAR. Also has made the script available to the school statewide in a student format and promoted the play so well. Special guests tonight include local and state representatives of the Daughters of the American Revolution, many of whom have a major production, promotion, and writing responsibilities in a Great Design. Members of the Fluke family may also be present tonight. Parents and community members who have also supported this project. Without you, this would not have happened. If you've had any involvement in this project whatsoever, would you please stand? Well, welcome to A Great Design. The story of a young Oklahoma artist of vision, Miss Louise Fluke. During the performance, please refrain from flash photography. And Ms. Merrill wanted me to let you know that the DVD of the performance will be available for purchase. And please contact Mrs. Merrill for information after the performance. Thank you for coming and welcome to A Great Design.
Do you know the story behind the Oklahoma flag? Did you know that red was the color of the first flag? And did you know that Louise Fluke was the artist that came up with the design for the Oklahoma flag that we have today? Well, if you answered no to any of these questions, you are in the right place tonight. Welcome to the East Middle School production of A Great Design, the story of the Oklahoma flag. This youth musical will be presented tonight by the East Middle School Drama and Choir Departments. In 1996, Marquita Brown, a former Ponca City resident, wrote the monograph, The Oklahoma Flag, Designed by a Fluke. The musical is based on this work. Earl Sutton of Ponca City wrote the script based on this historical account. 3 original music compositions prepared for this performance were composed by Susie Linhart, Leslie Raridan, and Earl Sutton. We are so glad that you are here this evening to watch history come alive here at East Middle School.
expected to see me standing in Ponca City at 14th Lake Road on that large pedestal. Well, I'll let you in on a secret. Sometimes, when no one is looking, I like to climb down and stretch my legs and see what's going on. I represent all the pioneer women who helped to sell our great country. The woman we are honoring today made a contribution that we use in the city daily. Louise Wood was the artist who came up with the design for our state flag. In addition to honoring her, we will honor the organization that inspired her to create the flag, the Daughters of the American Revolution. The DAR is one of my favorite organizations because, in a way, they are responsible for me. They conceived the Madonna of the Shell project. Statues of pioneer women were placed in 12 states on the wagon trails which led to the settlement of the American West. My statue is based on that idea. The statues of those ladies weren't quite as handsome as I am, but it certainly was a worthwhile project. The DAR was responsible for those statues and the current state flag of Oklahoma. The story begins just a little over 80 years ago. It was 1924 in Oklahoma City. We find Dr. J.D. Gilbert in his office at the Oklahoma Historical Society, where he has invited Mrs. Josephine Hickam, the state regent of the Daughters of the American Revolution, to come and visit with him.
Mrs. Hickam, how good of you to come.
You know I always enjoy visiting the Oklahoma Historical Society, Dr. Gomer. And how could I resist your mysterious phone call? Just what is this important project you wanted to discuss?
Well, I'd like your help in designing a new flag for the state of Oklahoma.
My help? What makes you think that I can help with such a project? I have no experience in designing flags. And what's wrong with the flag we have now?
Have you ever seen our state flag?
Well, let's see. It's kind of like I'm afraid I can't quite remember.
You see, that's just it. Nobody knows what our state flag looks like because nobody ever sees it.
And why is that?
Because nobody likes it. Here's your state flag, Mrs. Hickam.
Wait, it's so red.
And you see, that's part of the problem. People think it looks like a quarantine flag warning people of a house containing a contagious disease.
But those flags help prevent the spread of disease.
But they also frighten people. And we don't want our state flag to frighten anyone. Then there's the problem with the soldiers at Fort Sill. They think it looks like the Red Band. They would always talk about communists and Bolsheviks these days. Oklahomans just don't want to fly this flag.
Well, I can't see their points.
And also, it's boring and unimaginative. We should be able to come up with a better flag that all Oklahomans can be proud to fly.
I agree, Dr. Sober, but I'm afraid I'm not a flag designer.
But you are the state regent for the Daughters of the American Revolution. And this is just the kind of patriotic project the DAR does so well.
Just what would you like us to do?
Well, I'd like to turn this flag project over to the DAR. You could sponsor a statewide contest, get all the Oklahoma chapters involved. I'm sure some talented artists can come up with a new design with all the proud flag, and the soldiers at Fort Sill would be proud to carry as they represent our beautiful state.
This is quite an undertaking you're asking us to do. But it is a worthwhile project, and we really do need a new state flag. All I can say, Dr. Clifford, is that I will try my best to convince the DAR to take on this project.
I'm glad to hear you say that, Mrs. Hickam. Your organization is perfect for this type of project. Did you know the word Oklahoma comes from the Choctaw word meaning home of the Red Man? I think our new flag should represent our Oklahoma Indian heritage.
You are absolutely right. If you don't mind, I'm going home to start writing letters and making phone calls. I can hardly wait to get started. We've got to get the word out, organize the contest, find people to judge the entries. There's a lot to be done. Dr. Coburn, I'm so glad you called me.
Well, it looked like I called the right person. And don't hesitate to call if you need any help. And please keep me informed on the progress.
I certainly will. And thank you for thinking of the DAR.
That's how it all started. Mrs. Hickam contacted all the state DAR chapters and asked Mrs. O.J. Convenient to run the state flag contest. The word gradually spread throughout Oklahoma. Anyone could enter. Louise lived in Shawnee, Oklahoma. The Oklahoma Trolley Company had a line between Oklahoma City and Shawnee. Shawnee.
Louise, I was hoping I would run into you while I was in Shawnee, but I didn't expect to meet you on the trolley.
Mrs. Hickam, how nice to see you. And how are things in Oklahoma City?
Everything's fine, and how's 1924 been treating you?
Oh, it has all been quite exciting. You know, I'm engaged to be married soon. In December, as a matter of fact.
Why, that's wonderful. And who's the lucky fellow?
His name is George Fluke. Do you know him?
Well, actually, no. But I know the family. They're very prominent here in Shawnee. My best wishes to you, Louise. I know that you and George will be very happy.
Thank you very much.
In a way, though, I'm kind of sad to hear of your wedding plans.
Why, Mrs. Hickam? Whatever do you mean?
I had a meeting a few days ago with Dr. Thober, the research director of the Oklahoma Historical Society, and he invited the DAR to be involved in a very challenging and important new project.
And what would that be?
Designing a new state flag.
But don't we have a state flag?
Have you seen it?
Well, I guess not.
That's the problem. Very few people have seen it. Oklahomans don't like to fly it.
But why is that?
It's actually ugly, and it's boring, and it's so red. I hate to say it, but that's the way it is.
That's too bad, Mrs. Hickam. Our state should be able to do better than that. I'm sure your project will come up with something much more attractive.
That's why I'm so glad I ran into you, Louise. Mrs. Fleming of Enid has agreed to chair the contest. She's going to get all of the Oklahoma chapters involved. By the way, has anyone talked to you about it?
Yes.
I know you are an artist, and I hope you'll enter our contest, if you aren't busy planning your wedding.
I learned about it from my mother after she attended the DAR meeting last week. It sounds like a very challenging project. But with my wedding coming up, I'm going to be very busy.
I understand, but Louise, you're one of the best artists in our state. You've had artistic training in New York City, Chicago, real painting and design experience. You must create a flag entry for us. Your design might be chosen.
I'll think about it, Mrs. Hickam. I truly will. And if I can find time, maybe I can paint a design.
That would make me very happy, Louise. Please give it some serious thought.
I will. Well, this is where I get off. Have a nice trip back to Oklahoma City, Mrs. Hickam.
It's been a pleasure talking with you, Louise. Goodbye.
That's how it all began, there in Shawnee. Louise decided to look into the flag project. She didn't sit down and start making sketches. She did research at the Oklahoma City Carnegie Library, as well as at the Oklahoma Historical Society in the basement of the State Capitol building in Oklahoma City. She was very interested in Oklahoma Indian lore. One day at the Historical Society, she came across an old Osage war shield.
I've read hundreds of pages of Oklahoma history. I studied all the lore I could find. I looked at all the exhibits here in the Historical Society as I keep coming back to the old Osage war shield. Another thing I like is this old Indian peace pipe. It's wonderful that there's finally peace after so many wars were fought in the West as it was settled. And I was also very intrigued by the large Choctaw flag that was carried during the Civil War. Yes. Now, if I could work these things into a flag design, what I need is a symbol of the white man's peace. The universal peace symbol is the olive branch. That's it! The olive branch and the peace pipe. Dr. Thober says the symbols on the war shield were considered good medicine by the warriors. They felt the symbols protected them. The crosses on the shield ceremony of smoking the peace pipe was the Indians' way to show that they have peace between nations. Like, oh yes, the olive branch. If I can find something to pull these symbols together. Yes, we might have a flag that says something about Oklahoma and its heritage. Yes, that would work.
What does that design mean? It must mean we're the 46 states left with the Union. States so I know it's the Oklahoma State flag.
I like the buffalo entry.
This is a pretty picture of our state. It's literally the outline of the state. I vote no. Purple is not a color. That represents our states. That one will not work. That is a lovely blue color. It looks just like the Oklahoma sky. I like the Indian war shield. This design represents peace with the olive branch and the peace pipe. Three very good ideas. We should put it in the best choice back in the state judge.
Are we all in agreement with these three designs?
I believe we are.
Yes, we all agree.
Dr. Thurber, would you take the final three to the governor's office?
I would be happy to do that.
Ladies, thank you for helping on this flag project. You've made my job as the DAR region easier during this process.
Oh yes, any of these would make a meaningful flag for Oklahoma.
The judges were Governor Martin Trapp, General Baird Markham of the National Guard, and Adjutant General Charles F. Barrett. As commander of the National Guard, General Markham was very aware of the problem created by the first state flag of Oklahoma, which looks so much like the Russian flag, or quarantine flag.
Good day, Governor, General. Here are the three choices for our new flag. They are excellent.
Gentlemen, I'm delighted that you have agreed to serve on the selection committee. Dr. Thorburn has asked us to make the final choice for these assignments. The three finalists were sent to us from the statewide competition held by the Oklahoma Daughters of the American Revolution. Any of these will be an improvement on the current flag, I'm sure.
I see that the designs all try to show something about our state and its history. This has a buffalo on it, and that certainly is a symbol of any imperial statement. But what do you think the four stars here for on the one with the buffalo? When one looks at it, there isn't much connection between the four stars and the buffalo.
This one has an Indian headdress on it.
The yellow background isn't as pleasing as the blue. I especially like the blue background, which represents the beautiful Oklahoma sky. It also has a peace flag with an olive branch across the worship. The peace flag certainly is a symbol of peace to all Oklahomans. Yes, this century represents peace. Peace between the red man and the white.
I think we are all in agreement then. Gentlemen, please accept my thanks for helping with the selection of a new flag for the state of Oklahoma. I feel we have made an excellent choice. A flag all citizens will be proud to display. Shawnee, Oklahoma, number 387, please.
Hello?
Mrs. Louise Blue,
Speaking.
this is Governor Trapp calling from the Capitol building. How are you this afternoon?
Fine, thank you.
I would like to thank you for submitting your designs for a new state flag. I can see that you have worked very hard on your design. It shows that you have put a lot of thought and research into your choice of symbols. It is my pleasure to inform you that your entry of the blue flag with the war shield has been selected as a new flag of Oklahoma.
Oh, why, that's wonderful, Governor Trapp.
You are to be commended for your artistic work. I have another request to make of you. I want to ask if you would please paint a new flag on fabric as soon as possible with your design. We would like to fly it over our state capitol building as soon as it is adopted by the legislature.
Yes, what an honor. I'll get the flag painted as soon as I can. My flag, over the state capitol?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for entering the flag contest and for agreeing to paint a flag through the capitol. Your dedication and service to the state of Oklahoma are much appreciated.
elected as our new state regents.
Oh, thank you, Louise. How kind of you to call.
Since you are the Oklahoma DAR regent, I thought you should know. There's a resolution in the legislature to change the Oklahoma flag.
What are you talking about, Louise?
My mother and Shawnee just looked at the Senate calendar. There will be a resolution introduced next Monday to change the Oklahoma flag. It will be replaced with a flag that has the state seal on a blue background.
And who is going to do that?
It's Senator Whitaker from Eufaula.
Why do you think he is introducing this change?
He thinks the seal of Oklahoma will make a better flag.
We need to see about this. Monday, you said?
Yes, ma'am.
That does not give us much time. Today is Friday. This means we only have the weekend to get organized.
But who do you know at the Capitol that would help us?
There is Senator Nat Taylor of Strong City. Just last week, the DAR helped him get enough votes to pass legislation designating the redwood as our state tree.
He sounds just like the person that would help us.
I will phone some dollars. We will go to the Capitol Monday morning and visit all of the legislators. One at a time.
I will gather some information about the flag to hand out. We will meet, I'm sure Carlo of Ponca City members would be glad to come. We will meet on the Capitol steps Monday morning 10 a.m. sharp.
Wonderful. I will start calling chapter regions and see how many dollars can travel to Oklahoma City. We need to make the legislators realize the beauty of our state flag, as you painted it.
That's how it all happened. The state legislature adopted Louise Fluke's design as the official state flag of Oklahoma on April 2nd, 1925, over 80 years ago. The new flag painted by Louise flew over the state capitol building the day that the legislature adopted it. Soon new flags were made for the entire state. The new flag painted by Louise's hand-painted silk flag was returned to her as a keepsake. But that was not the end of the story. In 1937, the ladies of the DAR had a battle on their hands.
Hello, Mrs. Smith.
Oh, I'm so glad the Ponca City delegation is here. We need all the help we can get. We need to plead with the legislators to save our flag. Can you believe all these ladies are joining us here at the Capitol?
It is a long drive from Ponca City to Oklahoma City, Mrs. Smith, but nothing can keep us away.
When you told me there was a bill introduced for the Senate to change the flag, I was shocked and bewildered. Senator Whitaker from Eufaula was to change the flag from Louise's artistic creation to one consisting of only the great seal of Oklahoma. But why? I understand that no one can tell that your flag design represents Oklahoma. And even more surprising, General Merritt, who was on the original flag selection committee. He is backing Senator Whitaker's efforts. I can't believe all this.
That is so surprising. I remember General Merritt seemed so pleased with my design when he was on the selection committee in 1924. We need to remind him of that.
Well, I certainly don't understand it. Why people adopt this project our flag. Look at the flag Texas. You mean a floating star or something?
Do you want to be marching in some big parade and have everyone think we're from Texas?
I should say
Not!
I am thankful that Louise brought this bill to our attention. We must talk with every legislator we can find this morning. If we visit the legislative session, those that will know we support our flag, as it was adopted in 1925.
Citizens can make a difference when they get involved.
Fluke to add the word Oklahoma on the bottom of the flag. On April 7, 2005, the original flag was returned to Oklahoma. George Fluke, Louisa's son, treasured it all these years. He and his family had it encased in a protective frame. The family donated the original hand-painted flag to the state capitol building. It is displayed for people to view. Now you all know about the state flag of Oklahoma. You can see why all of us owe a debt of gratitude to Louise Fluke and the DAR. Sometimes people would refer to Louise Fluke as Oklahoma's Betsy Ross, but I will never forget what Louise would always say to that.
But I don't like being compared to Betsy Ross. She was a seamstress. I am an artist.
As we end our program, I invite you to join in the Pledge of Allegiance, the salute to our state flag, and then our state song. Please stand.